So if you would, tell me who you are and a little bit about your business.
My name is Tony Ridgway, and I am in Ridgway Bar and Grill. We are in a place where we've been in business since 1976. The Chef's Garden started on Fifth Avenue in 1972 and moved here in 1976 and existed until the mid-90s, and we had a restaurant called Terra that was here from 1996 through 2001 and was mildly put a real disaster. So in 2001 in the fall, right after 9/11, we opened Ridgway Bar and Grill. And there was a lot of discussion about what the name would be. And we were talking with my business partner and I, Beth Preddy was our marketing agent at that time, and we were talking about what the name would be. And she'd written a long press release. We talked about calling it the Chef's Garden Revisited. Tony's Off Third was there. We were going to call that Tony's East, and we're going to call this Tony's West. So we had all sorts of names, and Beth had written a very long press release. And every time she circled the name Ridgway, and she simply said, because of what we're trying to accomplish, it needs to be named Ridgway. I have some issues with that. Sometimes you get tired of hearing your name, but one of the great things about having your name on the front door, and I talked with David Boulay about that in New York City in the mid-'80s, and he said the great thing about having your name on the door is that you always own the responsibility for your actions. You know, if you're in the grocery store and your name's not on the door and you say, oh, I went to that restaurant, it wasn't very good, but if you go to Boulay or you go to Ridgway, and you go, oops, the hair on the back of my neck just went up because somebody didn't have a very good experience. So that's how it was named that way. The restaurant isn't the fanciest in town, but there are an awful lot of people who think it just has as much old Naples personality as any place. I love the colors, I love the openness, I love the way we have seating in spaces where there's 20 in this room and there's 20 over there, and there's some on the front porch in the garden. The sliding glass doors on the west side of the side porch open up, and they're going to open up early this year. As soon as we can convince some of our fair weather guests that they'd like to be at 80 degrees inside in natural air versus at 72 degrees inside with unnatural air, we'll open up. But it's a great place. It's a place where my heart lives every day. I write the menus. I'm working with my new sous chef and my 16-year sous chef to work on details of the restaurant. I wrote in a book that I gave to a baker yesterday, and I said, excellence is in the details. It's not in the macro experience of what you do in the kitchen. It's that little bit, did you bake it perfectly? It's okay that you mixed it perfectly, did you bake it perfectly? That's a little story about Ridgway Bar and Grill. Has a fabulous wine list. My business partner, Sukie Honeycutt, and our general manager, managing partner, David, are very much involved in wines. And they go all the way from $15 a bottle next door over here to $300 or $400 a bottle. Terrific combinations of flavors and places. Wines are an important part of who we are, but like everybody else, we have a terrific beverage list of great bourbons and great scotches and lots of great tequilas and specialty drinks.
Why do you love what you do?
I love the fact that I have something to look forward to every day. I love the interaction with the guests. I love the interaction with the kitchen. I love the interaction with the bakery. I love the planning for the fall. I love when we get to the planting time in the garden for the fall. I love those first few weekends when we get the cool weather and we see the guests coming back. I love the ebb and flow of the restaurant business. I love the seasons. I love the Christmas, the Thanksgiving, the Easter. I love it when the restaurant, you walk in and you hear a level of noise that just simply says, this is alive. I think that's what I love about the restaurant business, that it's alive every day, and that's very important to me, and it's very important to the guests when they walk in the door.
Tony, what do you think is unique about what you do at Ridgway?
Many restaurants say, these are our list of specials, and this is what you're going to have. We have a list of seafood, We have a list of meat products, and you choose a selection of vegetables or starches that go with those, and a selection of sauces that go with those. So you can create your own plate. I think another unique thing that we do at Ridgway, especially at nighttime, is that not everything is super fancy, and not everything is super expensive. We have a lot of comfort food on the menu. We have a burger on the dinner menu. Very few restaurants in Naples of our style have a burger on the dinner menu. They feel as if it lowers their style of restaurant or compromises the price point. Well, we have a very good burger, and people love it. That's the kind of thing I think that differentiates us. Yes, we have some wonderfully creative dishes on the menu. My daughter Caroline, who's behind and talks to you, loves the spicy shrimp and grouper with fennel and pasta, and it's fabulous. It's ramen, it's not pasta. And we have a spicy seafood sauce that we make out of fresh fish stock. So there are special things on the menu, but we try to cater to what it is that you want for dinner. Not everybody in Naples who comes in here is going out to dine. There are an awful lot of people who go out for dinner 5 or 6 or sometimes even 7 nights a week. So we cater to a lot of those.
So let people know where you're located.
We are on 13th Avenue, just a half a block off of 3rd Street. We're 2.5 blocks from the beach. We are easy to find on Google. We're easy to find on the web. We're in the most beautiful, original part of Naples that exists.
Let people know, are you open for business? Details, days, hours?
We are open for business 365 days of the year. This year being a major aberration. Ridgway was closed for that 8 weeks from the 27th of March until the 7th or 8th of May. We did keep Tony's open. Tony's is actually licensed as a grocery store. And we did a very serious to-go system over there where we created a lot of the simple dishes from Ridgway. We put it in plastic, pre-cooked, and sold a ton of them. And to that end, when we reopen this fall to the masses when they come back, we're going to have a very serious to-go position over at Tony's off 3rd. And I'm working with my new sous chef and with my partner Sukie and my daughter Caroline and my wife Wynn and her daughter Allison to kind of create the menu and to create what we're looking to do. It's going to be exciting, and I've probably never been more excited about anything we've done in a long, long time, because it's a real need, and I think it will satisfy a good need for this fall.
So let people know, what safety precautions are you taking at the restaurant?
Everybody within the restaurant is required to wear a mask. The kitchen doesn't take their masks and drop them down. They wear them full time. We try to distance as much as we possibly can. You can look around the restaurant and you can see seating that is very well spaced. We have an advantage in that we're a large restaurant. We don't have constraints with seating. Our tables are pretty much 10 feet apart. We have a large garden outside. We have a large front porch. We have the courtyard next door, all of which is outside. We have stations around the restaurant where we have cleaning supplies. When you come to the front desk, there's a touch-free dispenser for sanitizer. We have masks for you if you wish them. We can give you a paper mask, or we can sell you a lovely cloth mask that is made by my wife's daughter, Kelly. A great customer talked to me about 3 weeks ago about a system that he'd installed in his businesses in Washington and that he installed in all of the apartments where he lives up in Park Shore. And it's an ionization system. And it works with your air conditioning system. And it takes and it ionizes the droplets. It either destroys them or causes them to sink or to be absorbed better into the filters. It's called the GPS bipolar ionization system. We've had it in for a couple of weeks. You don't notice anything different, but we know that it works. We've seen the data. We know that it removes. Is it perfect? No, nothing is perfect right now. It's just one more positive step. And a lot of people love the fact that we have that system because it offers a little safer indoor environment, because aerosols within a restaurant or within a home or within a business are an issue that are being addressed more and more. And we're happy to say that we've taken care of it here. The greatest thing in life is to have you walk through that front door. Take a table in the garden or the front porch or the side porch and enjoy the wines and the specialty drinks the servers, some of whom have been with us for 35 and 40 years, to talk about Naples, to talk about food, and to have a great time with family and friends, and to talk about what's important in your life, which are family and friends, and all the things we care most about. So come down and say hi. I'm here most days.